Practically, in the transmission path of microwave waveguide, some additional components will be added. So, because of those additional components, attenuation of the signal will be done. So, if we want to know what is the amount of attenuation that has been provided by a particular device, we have here two methods. One is power ratio method and RF substitution method. So by using any one of these two methods, we can know what is the amount of attenuation that has been done by a particular device. And we know that attenuation is nothing but ratio of input power to the output power or reduction in the signal level. So first we are going to see how to measure the attenuation that has been provided by a particular device using power ratio method. So this is we have here two setups for measuring what is the amount of attenuation that has been done by a particular device. So in the setup 1 we have the components which are same as the components in the microwave bend setup. So here the signal will be generated by a microwave source and that signal will be transmitted through a series of devices onto the receiver side through the transmission path. So here we are not adding any additional device. So the signal which has been received on the receiver side, its signal level will be detected by a crystal detector and that detector signal level will be indicated in the power meter and let it be P1. So power meter reading here I am going to take as P1. Next, the device which is providing the attenuation has been added in between the frequency meter and the slotted line. So this is a device which is providing the attenuation and we want to know here what is the attenuation that has been done by this particular device. So here again source will generate the signal and the source generator signal will be transmitted through a series of devices onto the receiver side. So on the receiver side crystal detector, here it will detect the received signal level and that detector signal level will be indicated by the power meter. So now here the power meter reading in setup 1 will be taken as P1 and the power meter reading in setup 2 will be taken as P2, and by taking the ratio of the powers in these two setups we can get the attenuation value that has been provided by this device. So this is how the attenuation provided by a particular device can be known. Next we are going to see what is the another method for knowing the value of attenuation that has been done by a particular device. So second method is RF substitution method. So by using this method also we can know the attenuation that has been provided by a particular device. So here also we have two setups. So in the first setup we are having normal components as it is the microwave bend setup, and additionally in between the frequency meter and the slotted line the device has been added which is providing the attenuation. So now the source will generate the signal and the source generator signal will be transmitted through a series of devices onto the receiver side, and on the receiver side crystal detector will detect the signal and that detector signal level will be indicated in the power meter, and let it be suppose for example in terms of values, let it be 10 millivolts that has been indicated by the power meter in setup 1. Now let us go for setup 2. So here in the setup 2 is same as setup 1, but the device which is providing the attenuation has been replaced in the setup 2 with a known attenuator device. This known attenuator device will be having a controlling knob on its top. So let us see how the attenuation can be measured by using setup 2. So again here also source will generate the signal. Source generator signal will be transmitted through a series of devices onto the receiver side, and the crystal detector will detect the signal level and that detector signal level will be indicated in the power meter of setup 2. Let it be 20 milliwatts, and what we are going to hear is, so we are going to vary the controlling knob on the attenuator in setup 2. such that the power meter in setup 2 has to show the same reading as the power meter in setup 1. That is, the two power meters in two setups has to show the same reading. Suppose as I said that in the setup 1 the power meter has indicated 10 milliwatts. Now the power meter in the setup 2 has to make says that it has to show 10 milliwatts. So we will vary the controlling knob on the attenuator such that power meter shows the same reading. So by continuously varying the controlling knob, we will make the power meter to show the same reading, that is 10 milliwatts. Then the value on the controlling knob at the controlling knob will be indicated.